Hey guys, sorry, multitasking. It's raining and everything, but hi. Well, I have to say that I am proud that Let Yang Speak is a hashtag that I believe is trending on Twitter. Or at least it was earlier today. That was nice. I think Seth from the Dividend Report started that. Either that or I think he's the one that really kicked that off. So kudos to you, Seth. If it wasn't you, I'm sorry. I'll give credit in the comments because I may be fucking it up. But anyway, that's great and all. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you the people that I really look towards when it comes to politics. One is TJ from The Amazing Atheist. I really respect his opinions on things. And even to a certain extent, Kyle Kulinski. And really it's because that TJ really likes him. So I like him. I know, right? Lame. But no, Kyle is really, I think Kyle is a really respectable reporter and analytical person. But damn, it pains me that he puts the Yang in this category of the people that lost in the Democratic debates yesterday. So that pretty much sucks. However, at least he didn't say that he was the loser. Although a lot of Yang gangsters would probably think that Yang lost the most because our expectations were so high. But look at it objectively. And actually, in my previous video, I said that, listen, I think Yang is going to do good. I don't think he's going to do great. I wish he does great. I hope that he would blow it out of the park. But what gave me pause is that there were so many intense candidates that were, hey guys, there were so many intense personalities on that stage that it would be really hard for him to break out, especially since this is his first time doing something so political. I knew that Harris was going to be a strong personality, Buttigieg, Sanders. I didn't know that Marianne was going to be so impactful, lover or hater. Policies, she's lacking on policy, but you have to admit that for on a performance level, she really was captivating. And Kristen Gillibrand, she even made heads turn. So I'm sitting here oh my God, dude, this is pretty not going well. And I really started to get this feeling, an hour and 10 minutes into the debate, when the moderators, they kept going on the conversation of the immigration and the foreign policy. And I was like, oh my God, dude, this is Yang's least, this is if you want to talk about what Yang is not good at, it is foreign policy. And I love how they try to avoid any hint of income equality, except for the beginning. The beginning, they did hit it. I think even Bernie, I think Pete Buttigieg actually mentioned that, okay, yeah, the minimum wage should be $15 per hour. But that's it. Maybe Bernie mentioned it as well, but not even Bernie got a chance to really talk about that. And he's been in the news for this stuff Walmart, him giving a voice to the Walmart employees. That should have come up, I think. But of course it's not, because guess who is actually running the show at least for right now, is the corporate media establishment that has all the money. Oh, that was frustrating. And then like I would say like 50% of the debate I was bored. 30% I was just annoyed. Thanks Gillibrand. And who else annoyed me? Like Mike Bennett, like Eric Swalwell. All these jokes annoyed the fuck out of me. And then I was just like the remaining 20%, I was just straight up angry because I'm like, fuck, like Yang, say something, please. I know you're nice, but please say something. You could tie this into your policies and your ideologies somehow. And I'm just like, oh my god, dude, what is happening? And I was in the Discord that Nerds for Yang, aka Tom, he set up, and we were all like, oh my god, like even in like the first 30 minutes, we were like, yeah, like when they were kind of talking about income inequality and stuff like that, we're like, Yang, please interject. This is like the best chance you're gonna get. And he didn't. We're just like, what the fuck? And like Tom was like, guys, we still have like an hour and 30 minutes. And we're just like, okay, right, okay. And then like an hour later, still really nothing except for the China question. And we're just like, okay, sure. And then, bless your heart, Tom. Thank you for setting up that Discord. It's still up, by the way. I'll send you guys a link to it. But like Tom was like, guys, we're halfway there. Still an hour left. Like, it's okay. And I was like, at that point, I was like, oh no. Like, at this point, I started really to be like worried because I was like, dude, if he's not getting in now, like people are starting to forget him. If you are like, I'm thinking from a perspective of a viewer that is like an average viewer that like doesn't know anything and only knows that like Joe Biden and Sanders are running and maybe I've heard of Elizabeth Warren. So I'm looking at that from that perspective. Like, okay, by this point, a person who only know that Biden, Sanders, and maybe Elizabeth Warren is running, they probably have forgotten about Yang long ago. And they're like, okay, that guy that like didn't know, like that said, sorry, come again, as first question, like that's the guy that I should be worried about when he came in here, the moderators. I'm just like, I'm just like, fuck. And, Seth from the Dividend Report, he made a point that like, you know what, that probably was intentional too, the fact that Yang couldn't really hear the question or maybe the audio slipped up at a certain point where he was like, wait, what did you say? Because also Bernie kind of had the same like, wait, what'd you say response, and like maybe like it's conspiracy allegedly, but like the I'm gonna say generally the mainstream media or whoever the fuck is like really threatened, maybe mainly by Yang and Sanders because they're most radical candidates, at least in the second debate. And of course, Tulsi is like the most radical one in the first debate. But like, that was like, oh my god, like, I can't believe that was intentional too. Because that really left a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, Yang, this is the first time you're gonna speak and you flubbed. No. And he was so happy to get to be asked a question. I was like, oh my god, my baby, no. Why are you crushing his dreams like this? Oh my god, dude. And you guys know the story, how it's suspected that the people muted his mic because first of all, Yang had mentioned that in like the after party. Somebody had live streamed. Sorry, I don't remember your name, dude. But you had live streamed the after party, and Yang had mentioned that. Okay, yeah, one of the reasons why I couldn't really say anything is because I tried to say some stuff and my mic wasn't, like, nothing was coming through. My mic wasn't turned on probably. And, maybe I have a feeling that it was like manually being tampered with. And to that, I would say, I would pretty much believe that. I would definitely not believe that Yang would lie. And of course, MSNBC is coming out being like, no, like, we didn't mute his mic, like, shut the fuck up. And we're just like, no, you shut the fuck up, like, you're lying. And now we're just at, like, a crossroads. We're like, and now everybody believes that everybody's freaking lying and everybody's a piece of shit. And it's like people are still mad at Yang because he didn't do well. And it's like the Yang gangsters that still love him are like, what the hell are you guys? Like, let's stay together. And then like the people that are just like kind of like neutral on Yang, they're like, man, Yang really fucked up, man. With that, like Kyle Kalinski's like, man, I thought he was gonna do well, but then he did like kind of shitty. I was like, and this is like a lot. Okay, this is like my last one to make a video, like a long form video of like my reaction to all of this and like what happened. And like, okay, as you all know, Kamala Harris definitely won the debates. Now the debate format is pretty like fucked up because it rewards people that are brazen, that are overly emotional, and that just say the most. Whoever can say the most is more likely to win. Obviously, like Joe Biden said a lot, but he definitely lost. You know, he definitely did not win last night's debates. The second night of debate, but Kamala Harris got a lot of good one-liners, a lot of good zingers, and she was mostly like relatable. She was very impassioned. I actually don't like her at all, but like, I can see, like, if you were, like, new, I can see why people would like her, just period. She's a very compelling speaker. Like, on the level of, like, people to judge and Kamala Harris are on the same level of, like, just great, compelling speakers. They don't say that much about, like, actual policies to me. Not really anything that's, like, really, like, relevant and, like, direct to my life. But... unlike the Yang $1,000, but I can definitely see why they are a really a force to be reckoned with. And it was definitely Kamala Harris was number one. I would say that, oh boy, Pete Buttigieg was probably second, and then Sanders was third. And that's hard because somebody can argue that like Gillibrand was third. But again, this debate, like, it was just like a mess because it was just like, okay, how like riled up can you get the crowd? And it's like, that's not how you should run a debate. It should be about like, okay, what kind of problems can we solve objectively? Now, of course, you can add some like entertainment value in there. You can make jokes. You can listen. I love that Kamala Harris called out Bernie, and Kamala Harris called out Biden, and Mike Bennett called out Biden because that needed to happen because that was like Biden is an objectively bad candidate. But and I'm from Delaware. I'm in Delaware, and he's from Delaware, and I actually never really liked him, even during the Obama era. Like, when, like, my music teacher, sorry, this is, like, but, like, my music teacher in, like, fifth grade or something, he was like, oh, my God, like, I was, like, I had met Joe Biden before, like, I was in, like, the band, like, parade of, like, Obama's, like, blah, 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 blah. And like, I was like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. I don't care about Biden. There's nothing about him that's compelling or relatable at all. I didn't even know about the whole busing situation and the whole like kind of like racism thing he has going on, kind of ish. Oh my God, dude. I'm not even like offended easily by racism, but like here in Delaware, like it's like pretty fucking bad. So it's like, oh yeah, that tears me up. That tears me up. Chaps my ass, as Seth would say. But anyway, yeah, guys, I gotta go. I may make another video about this in a couple of days. Oh. How about this? I'll do one even better. I will be doing a live stream with Thomas. Again, I'll put I forget his last name, I'm sorry. But I'll be doing a live stream with some Yang gangsters, and we'll talk about, the title is literally, why do the like Democratic Party want to lose? End quote. And it's like, yeah, that's an appropriate title because it's clear after these two debates. I didn't even see the first debate. I just saw the second one, honestly, to be fucking honest with you. I was busy actually during the first debate because as you can see, I'm freaking moving and like it takes up all of my time. But I had to make time for the second debate. Anyway, The Democratic Party wants to lose to Trump again. It's clear that they want to lose, that they are consumed by pride and ego and greed. And let's talk about it. Tomorrow on Saturday, in the evening, not quite sure on the time, maybe like from like 5 to 6 p.m. But if you want to see me, maybe this is gonna be like my first like live stream with like people in like a meaningful way. So yeah, I can't wait. Anyway, I'm gonna go. This rain is pretty annoying. Guys, thank you so much for just listening to me rant. And I hope you guys are doing okay. I know, June 27th was a very hard night. A lot of disappointed faces. It broke my heart that so many people were lost faith in Yang. And it really does break my heart. But I hope that we can still stick together, because I definitely do believe that Yang is the best choice. Even now, I think that he can still win even now. And that's not just me being me being fanatic, but still. I'll just wrap it up like this. I see this like pretty much like censorship. Now I don't want to like be 100% certain, because this is like very fresh and new. But I'm 95% certain that this is like intentional censorship from the mainstream media, from the DNC even. And I am certain that this like will empower or like strengthen Yang even more, because guess what? People love an underdog story, especially the underdogs that are in the Yang gang. We are all about that life. We are all about rejection and disappointment and people underestimating us. We are all about it. And that's why we relate to Yang so much, because he gives the voice to the voiceless. And we know that this is our time. It's the average American's time to stand up for what they believe in truly and fight for what is right. If you know Yang's policies, and if you know Yang's ideology, I don't have to go into it. You know that he is for the working people. He is for artists. He is for people that like people that want to volunteer, people that want to be parents. He's for like entrepreneurs. He's for everybody, and that is like my kind of guy, who is for the betterment of the society as a whole, and is not trying to like cherry pick like who he likes and like pick favorites and shit. I hate that. I love that like people on the right love Yang, or like him at least. I love that Ben Shapiro, even though I hate Ben Shapiro, I can't stand him. But and guys, look, if you guys have watched Deep Fat Fried and seen any of their rants on Ben Shapiro, or Paul, aka Paul's Egos, or rant on Ben Shapiro, it will add years to your life. But yeah, like it even warms my heart that Ben Shapiro kind of likes Yang a little bit, and Dave Rubin kind of likes him. That just makes me happy, because it's unity. That's what we wanted, right? It's actual authentic unity. And that's the shame of it all. Like, the reason why they like Yang is not because he can like zing one-liners all day. Like, the reason why they like Yang is because Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro, and everybody else that had like a one-on-one, most of everybody else that had a one-on-one conversation with Yang, they know that he is a deeply intelligent person, a deeply motivated, thoughtful person that truly cares. And it's hard to grasp that during this kind of debate format that happened in the primaries, and it will probably happen in the future, like probably like 20 years from now, because our government is slow as fuck and cannot get its shit together. But they'll find out that format is old, is tired, and we just want like the format that the average person wants to see is just see people talk. That's why Joe Rogan is so popular. That's why Breakfast Club is so popular. Like, we just want to see people like have genuine conversations and not just grasp for like the most like easy, like clickbaity stuff that they can say. It's tired and it needs to go away. And it's a shame that Yang could not shine through, but this is his first official like political debate in the big leagues, so to say. So I think we should give him a tad bit of leeway. I do wish that he would at least say, I know he only got like like chances to say anything, but I wish at least on his like second chance he would be like, hey guys, my mic is not working, before he answered the question of like China or whatever bullshit. Like, but he didn't. He was probably just so thrown off that like this was happening to him that he didn't even know what to do. So I just have empathy for him in that regard, because I can't even imagine being in that situation. That's why I'm here, and that's why Yang is there. Okay, so I don't like that people are bashing on him, but I understand it, and I respect your decision if you don't want to support Yang anymore. But I'm going to say that I will support him because I think that he is the one that will save us all truly. Okay, let's wrap it up. Bye guys. 사랑해요. I love you, and 안녕. 안녕.